Somebody else
Africa, right? We're going to take it to Africa, right? We're going to go to Africa.
Give us
right?
some more money.
Africa. How much percentage of Muslims they have in Africa?
It's cool here. Sure.
Probably 75-80%.
You're lying, my brother. You gotta give me the facts. No, they're not. There's more Catholics in Africa than Muslims. Because the Muslims believe in the fucking white man.
Can somebody get a phone and Google that?
Wait, Alexa! Alexa!
I thought Islam.
How much percentage?
Alexa, can I answer you? Hold on.
I like it now.
Islam is out of my shit.
You know we do it.
Hold on. Alexa, how many percent of Muslims are in Africa?
Watch me, man. Africa is made up with at least 65% of Christians.
Oh, yeah.
Alexa, how many percent of Muslims do we have in Africa, the continent of Africa?
I don't know that one.
No, this way, hold on.
Alexa gonna start answering all the more.
What is the population of
Muslims in Africa.
Alexa, what is the population of Christians in Africa?
Here's something I found from the article Religion in Africa on Wikipedia. Islam is the other major religion in Africa alongside Christianity, with 47% of the population being Muslim, accounting for 1/4 of the world's Muslim population. Did that answer your question?
I'm the fucking best, bud.
Yes, thank you,
I'm
Alexa.
the best. 40-something% out of the whole of Africa is Muslim. Everybody is Christian. And then they will mix up with what they call that shit, Baptist. You're a Christian too.
Yeah.
Judaism too.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So, So your terminology about the whole scene, about what you're talking about, is false, my brother.
What? What are you saying? I don't know what you're saying.
What I'm
I
saying
didn't even bring up. First of all, I didn't bring up Islam. Islam wasn't even my conversation.
No, but Islam is just a small percentage. Because Islam just born a couple years ago.
Yeah, but that was your point.
Elijah Muhammad, the one who called Elijah Muhammad, they just made him up a couple 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, cool. But that wasn't my point.
And I'm
And then you gotta let him talk. You gotta,
I'm Muslim. I'm a bad Muslim. I eat pork.
Yeah.
I eat pussy, all of that. Straight
Nah,
up.
see, my point wasn't on that. My point basically is that it's in a certain book that talks about a certain people that actually that this thing happens to. People always want to refute that because the depiction and every chapter is detailed. And it talks about the people.
Oh yeah? Don't talk that shit.
When it talks about Atlantic slave trade.
Me and you friends.
And the reality of the matter is when people say the Bible is called
No, you before you.
meaning it was there before when the white man came.
Alright. What's going on tonight?
So now when they say New Testament is new,
I don't even know.
okay, and they letting you know it's called the Grecian Scriptures. So it's letting you know who read it, it's letting you know the author, and it's letting you know the ideologies of how the thought is.
the era came from
You understand what I'm saying? So now, my whole thing is, what cannot be refuted is how we got here. And how we got here is nobody in the world came here like that. And we came here like that for a reason. And nobody can explain it. But the only passage that actually explains it, people explain it. They talk about the economical reasons. You know, they say Europe was in the dark ages. We wasn't doing, that the East basically didn't do trade with Europe. They didn't do trade with Europe. You understand what I'm saying? So being that if they didn't do trade with Europe, this is the economical reasons why they say slavery happened. They said they didn't do trade with us. So we figure, okay, we're going to go over there and rack up and pillage because they left us out of the trade. That's the reality of the matter. That's history. That has nothing to do with I'm making shit up. They left them out of the trade.
Where's the reference?
You understand what I'm saying?
Where's the
They
reference?
left them out of the trade.
That sounds like
You
a
understand what I'm saying?
simulation.
So this is the Europeans'
What
word.
day? What
This
time?
had nothing to do with me.
What to do?
This
What
was
day?
written.
What book?
You understand what I'm saying?
What
This
book?
was written.
What book?
I don't have all the dates. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna act like I have all the dates.
No.
All
We're
down
not
pat.
talking. I didn't ask him for all.
No, you asked
He
for
mentioned a
technicalities. I don't have all
specific.
that. I don't have all that.
He mentioned a specific, all right? And if you're gonna mention something without knowing where it came from, we have to know that. You cannot use that.
You can't use it.
In this court of law, we're not using it.
Encyclopedia
So now he knows. All right?
Britannica.
Can I go?
I don't know exactly
Pick it up?
which one it is.
You don't know.
You
It's
understand what
okay
I'm
to
saying?
not know.
But
It's okay to not know.
No, I read the information,
No.
but I'm not telling
you
you
don't know.
everything by verbatim. No, I'm not gonna go over it. That doesn't make me a whiz. My whole thing is putting the information to use.
You're trying to prove that you're a European whiz?
No.
What are you trying to? Why did you bring that?
What about what? What are you talking about?
You just said you're not a whiz.
Oh, I said that to say
Why?
that.
Where is that
Every
European stuff coming out of you?
every technicality does not have to be stated if I'm stating facts. Every technicality doesn't have to be
Fact is
stated.
what you making.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is the economical reason they said slavery
Niggas
started.
talking economics now?
Listen, we
That's
are
why y'all
not.
talking economics. Since we started bringing up economics, like you, this the only way we can save each other?
No. It's just the reality of the matter. What happened was,
God
is
ain't
the
gonna
excuse
save
they
you,
give.
right?
This is the excuse that they give. Listen, on the other side of the
Hey,
world,
yo,
they
who's
have
God? Who is God?
references.
Spook shit is that
They
fucked
have
up.
references. They have references that listen, we going over there. This is what we gonna do. They got a lot of shit over there, and we need all that shit. We need those resources. So this is the economic reasons of why they say slavery happened.
No. That's
understand
not what
what
they
I'm
said.
no,
Where are you
my
getting that
brother.
reference from?
Brother, you know you're wrong.
That's no. You might be onto something, but you don't have your
Yeah,
facts
facts.
straight.
Yeah, facts
You just
not
blurting
right.
it out.
Yeah,
it
facts
sounds
not right.
right. It sounds right, but you have to. You know.
You gotta prove it. You gotta prove it to us, like, yo.
Where's the reference?
Where your
And you
facts
can't
come
say
from?
they, because that's a spook in the room.
Yeah.
That's that nigga sitting by the door and shit.
That could be 10 niggas say that. And they just break it down into
First of all,
different
that's
things.
called semantics because we're in a place called America. You had how much presidents
And you
you had?
lost. And you lost, my brother.
How much presidents we had?
First of all, hold on. I
Forget
don't know
about
the word.
presidents.
I'm asking you a
What's
question. How much
semantics?
president
How
we
many
had?
leaders we have?
Okay.
Leaders, not
None.
president.
None.
Brother.
Because people that don't look like you can't fucking lead you.
Let me tell you
First of
something.
all.
The people,
You understand what I'm telling you?
the people who looks like you don't
They
even
can't
believe in them, my brother.
Yeah, but that's something
Yeah,
different.
what you do?
That's something
Yeah, what you do?
How do you mean
Yeah,
that?
what you do, my brother? You turn around and you take that $2 million or $3 million, or you got a book deal or a TV show, and you kill the brother who giving you the information to make you better and stronger,
Yeah.
and make your family better and strong in America. America is sellouts.
Of course.
The blacks is sellouts in America.
Of course. That's not a
Panamanians,
We're not
Puerto
we're not
Ricans.
having a contest. It's not what you're saying, you're not saying nothing wrong. See, a lot of times this is the thing. People act like a conversation or what you call building
No, we are building right now.
that we all disagreeing. I'm agreeing with what you're saying because it makes perfect sense.
My thing is what you said earlier. You said it was
He's
aggression.
putting it in
When we
context.
have passion
what I'm
about
saying?
certain things that we trying to get together.
When you go like this to a man chest, son, it's not the same
I didn't
thing
do that.
as we have
I didn't do
passion.
that. Yes, it
You
is.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
Like you can have the passion in the
Yes,
world,
it
you don't
is.
have to touch a person.
I didn't touch
That
it.
hit.
I didn't
I'm
touch
not
it.
even gonna go back.
Go back to the remote.
I'm not doing
We
it.
can go back. I
I'm
didn't
not
go
doing
back.
it.
I'm in your
You like
face.
this.
I'm in your face. I didn't touch you. I'm in
But
your
we family,
face.
so that don't mean shit.
I'm in your face.
None of that shit mean shit.
That shit ain't yo.
We have to-
All
we
my
got-
black people is my family. They know
Listen,
that shit.
we have to look
Y'all
at
niggas
each
will
other
kill
like
me
that.
just like
That's
y'all
what
killed
I'm
Martin
saying.
Luther and all that shit before
If
I
we look at
fucking
each
bow
other
against
like
y'all
that,
niggas.
We would
I'm gonna
be better off.
fuck that.
If we look at
And
each
guess
other.
what? Before
We
you
all
kill me, I
family,
might
son.
kill your ass.
We all
Fuck
family,
this
so
shit.
that's how you gotta look at it. But see all of that?
All that dumb shit.
What people could say all of that good, what they say, because you gonna say people. People is generalization, okay? And they say things like,
This nigga trying to.
blacks,
Think
the
that.
blacks do this and the blacks don't do that, and we do this and we don't do
Who
that.
said that?
No. We just talking in general.
No, we're not talking in general. We have
No, we're talking in
intellectuals
general.
here,
We're talking
and
in
a lot of
general.
times when we say in general, we're throwing shots at people around us. Let's be specific.
I could say Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby used to say things like, well, black people are the worst and they the best. You understand what I'm saying? But the methods that he's using,
Can you prove that? I never heard him say that.
You have to. It's not about proving. Google it. You can go to an interview with Bill when he was talking. I don't know if it's NBC or whatever, and he
You
was talking
interpreted
about.
that, that's what he was saying.
And he was talking about black people. It's not what I'm interpreting. What we talking about? He said the way he was talking. He said like, "Yo, black people are the worst, and they are the best at the same time." A lot of times, our ideologies of our own people already is racist because a lot of times we're getting we're looking at our people through the eyes of how the Europeans look at us.
Facts.
You understand
That's
what I'm
how
saying?
niggas look at me.
So
y'all
now-
keep reading the damn European book.
So now-
Thou shalt not go yonder and ye.
And you see, you know what we get away from? I like to get away from certain things.
If I
This is
start
what I
to
get
do
away
it as a
from.
play, yo, first of all, this
Don't
fucking
fall into linguistics. Don't fall
yeah,
into
it is
linguistics.
linguistics because niggas gonna study
fall into
semantics.
language. Don't fall
And
into
they're
linguistics.
not even giving you a definition of semantics. It's a new word they just learned.
Play on words. What you mean? How is that a new word that somebody learned?
You just learned
Just
that.
using semantics in the 90s. Whatever. All right.
From the 90s?
Dudes is using metaphors. Dudes are spitting metaphors and using word metaphors and similes long time
But
before.
are we
Nobody
getting to
just
the
learned that.
conclusion,
Come on,
though?
man. Our people is not dumb.
We
We
just
just
learned that shit.
miseducated.
Yes, we
You
are
understand
dumb.
what I'm saying? And misled. You understand what I'm saying? So now,
Niggas is dumb when
so
you believe in
now,
that Bible.
when you say
Dumb
something
when you
like
believe in that
who
Torah.
identify,
And that's my opinion.
who are,
I don't
and it's
care.
just like assholes. Everybody got one.
And
It's
I'm
just
an
like an
asshole.
asshole. Everybody
I'm an
got
asshole.
one. No, I didn't say you. I didn't say
But
you.
yeah,
I
what's
said
coming out of
everyone
it, right?
got one.
Oh, shit.
Opinion.
A bunch of
Everybody
air.
has one.
A bunch
You
of
understand what I'm
air.
saying?
Hot air.
So my whole
Bunch
thing
of
is,
air.
my whole thing
There's
is,
no reference.
the reality of the matter
There's
is,
no cross-reference.
we was brought here over here as chains and slaves.
No.
And hold
We
on,
never
hold
think
on.
that we African. We're not from there.
And not because we was taken from a place,
Bullshit.
that means we're from a place.
We're the
Don't get
bullshit.
caught up in
So
where we was
we
at.
travel
Don't
over
get
there.
caught up in where we was at.
travel over
We've
there.
been many places.
Travel over
All
there.
right.
We
So
travel
now,
over there. So remember,
when you,
you're not-
I just want to finish.
So where
Everybody
we from,
just,
bro?
I just want to
From
finish.
America? Or we would
People want to argue
God's
what's
body.
there, but don't have nothing
We
to
from
back
God's
up what's
body,
not there.
Yeshua body.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeshua
now, they want to
and
argue,
and
you want to
Yeshua.
argue, because we can say we God all we want, right?
Yeshua.
But I go to God's funeral every 3 months.
Yeshua Bati.
Every 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, I go to God's
Yeshua-
funeral. So
Yeshua
people can talk
Bati.
about how they God and all of that type of talk.
But you saying God says,
Interpretation.
so wait,
Interpretation.
They're in the ground with the worms.
So
Okay,
we think
there's
that
a
God
higher
said that.
power.
No, but
It's
quick
a
question.
higher power.
So you're saying God,
You keep saying
but you're
that
saying,
it's not a higher power, but it is a higher power.
but you say, so you're
I'm
saying,
not here to
but
argue
wait a
with
minute, it's a
that.
quick question.
That's
for
your
the,
argument.
just for the camera. For
That's never been my argument.
You're saying God don't die, God can't
I need
die.
you to ask me questions,
No.
man.
So why didn't
We
Adam
talking all
and
this
Eve,
fuckery, yo.
just let me ask you a quick question. So when Adam and Eve, when
And it's
God
like,
saw
yo,
Adam
I'm not the
and Eve
nigga,
eat
but I
from the
know
tree,
you
why
go
did
on
he say,
125th, my
look
nigga.
at them, they have now
Ask
become
me the
as
question.
gods?
You looking at 125th
They ate from the
niggas
tree,
and
now they
you
should
saying
surely
that's
die.
against
Okay,
me.
so
I'm
now we have to go with the
right?
Hebrew, with the
Nature shows me
linguistics.
all the answers I need, yo.
In order for us
I
to
don't need all
understand where
that
God
shit.
is coming from, he has to, it's called anthropomorphism. So even though God doesn't have a hand, he would say the hand of God.
How you gonna come and tell me
Even
how
though God, you understand what I'm saying?
How
For you to comprehend
long change?
what he's saying, because he's
So
speaking
does
to man.
God have a buttocks?
You
He have a
understand what I'm
hand?
saying?
Does he have a
No,
buttocks?
you don't know that.
No, in your
So-
Bible it says that he sits on a throne. Does he have a buttocks?
We just talking
It's
about
another
that.
entrepreneurship. So we keep
Anthropomorphism.
personifying it.
Anthropomorphism.
So is God does God and his angel has a certain height? Because they went through in your revelation.
They have mouths.
But I don't study Revelations. I don't attest to that book.
but
So
God
what
has
book
no
do you-
person, I don't
So
attest to that book.
we are
If
just
it's
saying
not
a
the
piece of a
Torah, if
book.
it's not the Torah,
Piece
if
of
it's
a
not the
book.
Torah, it's not it.
With Torah.
It's not it. And it's only 5 books. The Torah is only the first 5 books.
Can you get it out of the Bible?
Yeah, you get out of
So you're reading the Bible, and the Bible have many other books. Come in, bro.
Yeah, so.
Yo,
But I was
fucking
saying-
know what?
Nah, I don't know. I guess he was looking to see what's going on. But my whole thing is, I was saying is that basically, as far as identity-wise, people could say religion and what all they want to talk about, but your identity, who we are, we a lot of times don't have a clue who we are because we say we this, we say
So
we
we
that,
don't know who we are.
and we say
So
we this.
stop talking,
A lot
man.
of us say that this
Yo,
is who we
cut
are.
this
You
shit,
understand what I'm
yo.
saying?
He don't know who we are. We don't know who we
I didn't
are.
say that.
Cut that shit. Cut that shit. No, we talking this for fucking talk, man.
I
I
ain't say
can't
that.
take this shit.
I ain't say that. I don't know why you
can't
got
take this
upset.
shit.
See, you see? This is what truth makes people do.
No, it's bullshit.
This is what truth make people do.
Bullshit.
Because if shit was such a lie, why are you arguing about a lie? You
You
understand
want
what
to
I'm
hear Kakolo? Because
Why are
then
you
he tell
arguing
you
about
a
a
million
lie?
things, and then he say we don't know.
Why?
We don't know, so shut the fuck up.
I didn't say me. I didn't say me.
When you get
I said our people don't have an identity. You understand what I'm saying? But we say we're this and we say we're that. We're grabbing the people that live where the slave owners bought us, and we're taking their identity and saying that that's our identity. That's not our fucking identity. You're not no fucking Trinidadian, okay? You're not no fucking Guyanese. You can say all that shit you want. It's people that call themselves that lived there before you got there.
All right.
That's those original people, the aboriginal, the original, okay? We were bought there, okay? Hold up. So now, who are these people that were bought there? It's Africans? It's just Africans? They have no identity? They have no. It goes right back to what it says. It says these people disobeyed the higher power, and now they have to suffer the consequences.
Fuckery.
And now they have to suffer the consequences. And if you don't believe that, you don't have to.
That's religion. That's religion. That's telling me that my child that was born that didn't do
That book was here
that
before the
died.
Europeans came.
Bullshit.
And first of all, nobody could die for our sins.
Bullshit.
I don't attribute to the things that you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Some nonsense.
I don't attest to Christ.
It's them.
My brother.
You know what I'm saying? I don't attest to Christ. So when you say people have your sin,
I look at Jesus of all shut you on that cut.
I'm with you on that. Gunshot for that.
And I consider you my brother, right? Yeah. Do you consider yourself African?
No, he's not African.
Wait a minute.
He said he's not African.
Do you consider
But
yourself?
then he keeps saying that's where we from.
What's the word?
This shit is so
You have to
stupid.
find a definition of that word.
Okay,
though.
well, no.
Because African has
Do you understand what he said?
some countries.
Do you understand? Yo, get out of this semantic bullshit. Get out of this semantic bullshit.
It's not 15.
Yo, do you understand what he said? Africa. Before you know Africa, before you know the other shit.
I'm talking about real
You know,
shit.
before
You
you
wanna
know.
talk about bullshit.
I talking about bullshit. I talking about real shit. This is why the fuck you that right there. No, he's not mad. He's passionate, my nigga. You sound like a European. You like sound like a European. You sound like a European. I don't have to. You already started. You already started, man.
Africa
We have too much evidence.
I'm asking
I've been here a
you.
little longer than you too, so I
It's
know
one
you're not
continent.
That's where they came and
It's
picked me
one
up from.
continent.
Okay, yes.
Africa is one continent.
With 50
He's
some
not
countries.
African. That's where they kept
Do
you
you
from.
consider yourself African?
No.
No?
Because that's a generalization.
So what are you signing up for?
What do you want?
What are you signing up for?
What am I standing up for?
I said, brother,
My people.
who's your peoples?
My people is here with
Hebrews,
us.
the white people, the Jew people.
The African not here with us. You can tell me all that stuff. Let me tell you something.
African call me a couple of hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Exactly.
Hold on a minute.
So you agree with me? So you agree with me? Enough said. See what he just said? Make sure you record that. Make sure you record
All
that.
right. In person.
News stories.
Yes.
I was in jail with Africa. 19 months you spend in a jail cell. I call him my brother every day. We're going to do Juma together. And you know, one day he told me, you are fucking cotton picker. You know what I did? I sit down and I think about it. I'm not American. I never picked cotton in my life. And I bust where you face. Why I bust where you face? Because I'm not a cotton picker. I'm not from America. I'm mixed. I'm mixed with Indian, Spanish, and black. So I'm fucked up regardless. So I really can't say I'm African. I'm fucked up. But for you to call me a fucking cotton picker, this goes out to you, Mr. Africa. That's why I bust your fucking face. And I went in the bin for that. Alright?
Okay, so now what he said, the compliment, what he's saying is that we have the UN, the United Nations. Right now, I don't know who the representative. I don't know who the representative of the African guy that represents Africa that's going to get beat. When he speaks and when he opens his mouth, he is not speaking for the black Americans that's in America. He's speaking for the people that's in his continent or Africa. Okay, so we can talk about that. We Africans and African bullshit. They don't speak for us. They never talk about bring back those people that y'all brought over there. They don't talk that shit. They already separate. See, you talking that they already separated us. I don't have to separate. I don't have to separate from a person that already separated.
So the anger is because they never said that.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, they don't come for us. They don't come for us. They don't represent us.
This guy claimed that we were picked up from Africa and brought to America, but most of what his anger is that the African people from over there never said let them, get the Navy and come and go picked up some of us from over here. So I'll just disclaim them. I just disclaim them. I don't need them anymore because it's like my mother giving up on me, so I could give up on my mother or my father or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he was the one that brought up DNA. So DNA leads you to where? The Nile River, right? So I don't know these not African people or a million semantic names, but it all explain the same thing. It's like, what is pink?
Am I a nigga?
It's because they teach you it's pink. It's just it's consensus. Certain things is just consensus.
If I go to the Indians,
And that's all good. But it was civilizations before Africa. And people like to argue and they because you know why? When you argue about Mesopotamia, it proves things that people constantly trying to disprove. So people never want to admit that Mesopotamia is older than Egypt.
When did Mesopotamia exist? When did Mesopotamia exist?
Bronze. Not the Bronze Age. The Water Bronze.
Oh, here we go with the European stuff. How long ago did it go, man?
My whole thing is, I'm not going to go with years. I'm not going with years.
That's like the Bible.
Because people say,
it sounds good. But they might not know what the hell they leading me to.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
Mesopotamia, Appalachia, all that existed way before.
That's so what I'm saying is that when you do the knowledge in Africa on Egypt, you have northern Egypt and you have southern Egypt. You have contemporary kings ruling at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? But they make the kings look like they ruled after another, which lengthens the Egyptian Kemetic dynasty, which makes it longer than it actually is. And so the reality of the matter is, European is going to big it up. See, the thing about it is, the European is going to big up Egypt because the Europeans, when they invaded Egypt, a little before Alexander,
He's a Mexican.
with
I don't know.
what's a boy called Alexander the Great Batis, when he invaded and his 4 generals, Seleucid, Ptolemy, you understand what I'm saying? Lysimachus, and there's 4 generals that he had. And after whenever he conquered Egypt, when he died of AIDS, they said something else, but it was AIDS. We just didn't know the name of it. His deficiency symptoms shut down, and that's what he had, man. You understand what I'm saying? So the 4 generals ruled after that. So now Europeans, what they do, they don't recreate the culture. What they do is they put it on like a coat, and they make it their own culture. So now when people say Cleopatra, people say Cleopatra.
Yo, why are you teaching ancient Egyptian stuff?
Macedonian.
Yo, why are you teaching ancient Egyptian stuff? I thought you was Hebrew.
No.
Are you finding yourself?
I'm an information on this.
Are you finding yourself?
No,
Hebrew?
because when you
and
Hebrew,
you're trying to teach me the Bible.
because when you see the interpretation of what we do is that
who was here first?
we just zone in on Hebrew and we just on the Bible. No, you have to be a read person. You have to be reading.
Who was here
You have to
first?
study learning.
Whites or blacks?
You have to study learning.
Spanish, Indian.
You understand what I'm saying?
First?
You gotta keep study learning.
We so fucked up. We don't even know who come first.
Whatever can come out of the skin of the hue. Everything that can come out of it.
Everybody
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
The egg.
Listen, every chicken, right?
I tell you what, no, you're lying.
Egg
You know,
twice.
you're lying. No, it's the chicken. The chicken evolved from a fish. It has gills, all right, and it has scales.
Believe that.
And where you get that from?
Believe that. Because the white man said that.
We could examine and
Evolution.
thousands of years of everything.
Yeah.
We've evolved from an egg, all right? Because
But the Torah is bullshit. But the Torah say the same shit.
Alright.
The Torah said the birds come from the water. He said the same shit, but he said the Torah is bullshit. The Torah says that. The Torah says that. It says those animals
So what else does
that
it
they
say?
came from the
What
water.
else does it say?
That's what it says.
What else does it say? Does the Bible
It say
say
a
that?
lot. It say a lot.
Does the Bible say that?
It say a lot.
Does the Bible say that?
No, it says that.
So
It
why
says
are you
birds came from the
Bible?
water.
Huh? No.
It
Where
said birds come from the
You came
water.
from Adam and
But
Eve.
listen, but could that water just mean the water that's in the placenta in the mother?
We all
Facts.
persons.
That don't have to mean they came from the ocean.
No, facts.
Right?
Facts.
One language.
What you talking about?
I think
If we talking about birds, it cannot be the mother.
So we speculate when they say, people came from the water. We just speculate that's what's in the mother placenta in the bird.
Darkness and water.
That doesn't have to mean ocean or river or. Because I don't believe I called out in no lake or no fuck that. I wasn't a bird. I wasn't a bird.
He wasn't none of that. He wasn't none of that.
At some point in your mother's womb, did you look the way you look?
No.
Were you being developed?
Correct. Constant state of development.
Yeah.
Okay, so in our culture, we were taught as an agnostic person that looks at nature, the birth process explains the different the different trimesters we went through, is the different stages of evolution that we came through. Remember, the earth is full of water. Anywhere you're looking for life, you look for water. So now we came from a single cell to a double cell to all of these cells that eventually makes a skin. All right? Certain other things make up your bones. Certain other things make up everything else. You know what I'm saying? But during that process of your mother, we went through that process where there's an egg released, and then it looks a certain way, and it starts to develop. And those are all the process of how human beings, as far as what my ancestors, what Africans, many African cultures, if you go examine it, they've explained the evolutionary theory, it can be explained through the woman's birth, of how we walked out of the water as a single cell, because as human beings, we're always progressing. So the being that we are right now, your grandparents are not them. We've actually evolved a little bit. Now, to show that, we can have many different examples. From your basketball players, to my grandfather being a little short man with big foot, to me being different. You know what I'm saying?
Let me compliment what the brother is saying. Because evolution is evident. It is evident and it's prevalent, it's real. What we know is not to be real is that different kinds don't never change. Okay? So if you're a dog, no matter if, you might have long ears. Okay, well, this dog has longer teeth, longer canines than the other. Well, this dog tail is shorter. You're still a fucking dog. A dog never changes from a cat. A dog never changes from a cat, and this is what science made us believe, is that you change your kind. You never change your kind. You can always evolve, yes, but your kind is always the same kind.
You see,
always the same kind.
You see, Anubis trying to get to the Catholic, and the Catholic bring in the Bible. So a dog cannot read a damn cat book and get no answer.
Check this out. When you buy a sweater, you buy a sweater, right? When you buy a sweater with a logo, what you buy? You buy the fucking logo. Forget the sweater now.
Yeah, because the sweater made by somebody else.
All right then. Yeah. So what are we? Are we logos? Because you're a Hebrew. I's a fucking mixed up Muslim. Because I choose to be like that. Then you have a Catholic. Then there's a Baptist. Then there's a this. Then there's a Christian. There's a fucking all kind of money. You're fucking lost. We all lost in this bitch. You're trying to find your way out. And you know why you can't find your way out? Because the Europeans have us like that, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Alright then, so that's what it is. So we are supposed to be arguing about this fucking point where we come from and who this is and who that is. Because we all fucking lost.
Yeah.
To find your way out, you got too much work to do. Because you're lost. Because you're living in lies. Since you're born, before your mother born, before your father born, your grandmother. You had to go way back. And you can't go way back because all them fucking dead. Yeah. So you're living a lie from since you're born. So you be fucked up. Yeah. So fighting over this and that and this and that. Oh, just give thanks that you're fucking here and you can see tomorrow.
That is true.
That's it.
That is true. But still in all, everybody has an identity except the brown man. We call ourselves everything. Like you Panamanian, you a Jamaican, and we name ourselves everything else except who we are. So now the reality of the matter is, who's your identity? When people say Bible is 2 words. Anything bi is 2, binomial, bisexual is 2. Meaning it was separate books.
Numbers.
So now when people say Old Testament and New Testament,
numbers.
It's nothing old.
Numbers on the zero.
When people say the sun, that's the same sun that was created when it was created. And a lot of people may not identify to a theory of a God or a higher power. But for you to believe what Doogie said as far as cells coming together, pairing up without a master scientist over it, every picture has an artist behind the picture. We have to consider that. Never look at life as there's no artist, there's no painter drawing. There's a painter. There's a painter. Things are too perfect for it not to be a painter, for it not to be an artist. You don't even have to call him God. You can call him a master architect. Because words, first of all, the language, linguistics, in the East, he would be called El. So, if you would say God, and people would say dogma. Like, yes, God is spelled backwards, just dog, and that's just linguistics, it's just language. Don't get caught up with the language. Don't get caught up with that. Live is evil and evil and living. Don't get caught up with that. Because we get caught up with that because we don't really know language like that. So we don't understand that language gives off a different thought of how people think. Not more so religious, no more, none of that. How I think, how I do things. And a lot of times, we give ourselves and say that we are part of people that lived in a certain way that you know us as a people did not live that way. Cutting yourself and having sex with animals, and these are not our traditions. So when people be talking about African, no, you're that. I'm not that. You understand what I'm saying? Because we have something called Sumer. We have something called Mesopotamia. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of these places, when you look up the history, it's like 2,000-3,000 years before what we call Egypt. So Egypt is like a baby to Mesopotamia. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a baby to Mesopotamia. And yes, that is the creator of civilization, Mesopotamia. So when people say Hebrew, Hebrew is kind of bastardized too, because it's a language mixed with Akkadian and Phoenician. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that these three languages that we call English, Spanish, and French is language of commerce. And it's nothing new under the sun. They had language of commerce back then. And the language of commerce back then was Phoenician, Akkadian, and it's what they call African languages, what they call African dialects. Because, see, people get caught up on you African, but when people say they're African, they say, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Ghana, I'm from Senegal.
Because they're lost.
No.
But they're lost.
They could be lost too, because they're in religion too. A lot of them is Christians, but what I'm saying is they can give you a direct location of where they're
just
from.
saying Africa.
You understand?
What part of America you born in?
And then
that's the next.
in Africa you have you know my dialects just in one country in Africa you might have 4 or 5 different dialects. They speak in French, they speak in Portuguese, they speak in because they was conquered so much. Besides their own language, Garifuna. Because in Brazil they speak Garifuna. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of different dialects within Africa, and we don't speak none of them, but we always want to claim Africa, and that's we gotta get away from that because of we're the same hue or we're the same complexion that we're the same. We're not the same.
What do you think about the skin color black? Do you believe we're really black?
If you put yourself towards the shade we call black, it's a shade. So you could never be black. You know what I'm saying? That's just all of these are names and tags and what they call
trendy words.
Yes.
Trendy words. That's
Yes.
all they are.
Trendy works.
Black is not a color.
Yes. Of the European to put you in a class. What people don't understand, these Europeans, when they came with their certain indoctrinations, in order to categorize things, they had to class them. In order to keep track of everything, they have to class it. So everything is put in a class. Our people never called each other black. We never used those terms. We didn't use white. So all of these things, we never use those terms. When you look at, like, if you see our ancestors, they can look at us now and call us fucking stupid. Because these terms, we generalize people on who your father was.
No, I ain't
That's, and if you look in any old history book in antiquities, that's what they say. Alexander, the son of this. That man, the son of that. This man, and this is how we call people, by who their father was. Because it was a matriarchic, it was a patriarchic dynasty. You understand what I'm saying? Man runs shit. And Europeans made that ugly. Men run shit by being a man. He didn't have to go like this and beat his wife up and say I'm the man. The shit he did gave him respect. He didn't even have to open his mouth.
Yeah.
Because he's going out to do man shit. So that's what made him a man. So our ideologies ain't labeling things chauvinistic. We making these things that God said is right negative.
He came in Puerto Rico and
All
he
that
showed
type of
pay for the
things, making a woman
He was
who
showing
she
this
is,
to what people.
hate being submissive,
So
hate
what are
cooking
you?
or serving her
And you
man.
just showing
This is
this
what she
what
is. This is where her power lie. And the compliment what this older gentleman was saying, because I like to listen to the wise people that have been here before me. They know shit. So I said that to say, when you dealing with that type of technology, dealing with that, they know what they did as far as to make our women in that type of information with that state. You understand what I'm saying? To be against us. You understand what I'm saying? So, and that's the reality of the matter.
brother man, no. No. The fucking white man did this.
Yeah.
Right? You tie your funky ass down and you rape your fucking children and your wife in front of you as a black man.
Yeah.
You is her king.
Yeah.
Your kids in them. Daddy is my king,
Yeah.
and you can't do a motherfucking thing to help them. And you ravish your wife and your kids over and over. That's why the women in America don't have no respect for the black man.
That's a fact.
Because you're weak.
That's a fact.
Hold on, come back here. That's why you was begging for a fucking dollar in the streets to buy me a coffee and a cigarette, and you're hungry. Your bitches say go in your house and cook some food. Man, I start selling your fucking welfare card.
Alright, boom, boom. Okay, one more before I leave. Okay. If you look at us as a people today, you have Dwight Howards, you have Shaquille O'Neal's, okay? You got all of these guys with the stature like this. Right? Okay, now, I said that to say, can you imagine, because everybody's not gonna be built like Shaq, everybody's not gonna be built like Dwight Howard. Can you imagine 90 million, 10 million, 20 million brothers coming over here with the European and nobody bust a grape? And not saying these things didn't happen, not saying people didn't fight at the boat and all that, because there's history about that too.
We're fighting right now.
Yeah, of course. So, but I was saying that nobody can look at that and say that we couldn't overpower the boats, overpower this, overpower that. No, that shit was divine. It was a divine thing. Our strength was taken away from us. Our strength was taken away from us. For us to be able to be placed in shackles. Because as soon as it was time for God to show the people that it's God that put them under this pressure, not you. He showed them. Y'all rise, Nat Turner, kill everybody. The Haitians, of course. Kill everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So as soon as we get a little power of inkling the uprising, we destroy and take over. But it was divinely taken from us, just like it was divinely given to us for us to take our freedom in certain hours in history. Because that was a divine plan. People want to argue that, you argue it all you want. I'm not going to argue that. That was a divine plan. The black man could destroy anybody in the ring with hands down. You mean to tell me these people came and take us and place us in shackles just like that, and we just... No. That was a divine plan for you to be commanded to be weak to go into that shit.
I just want to come.
Divine plan.
brother.
Duke's Barber Shop, live on.